Guardrails protect you from falls that can seriously injure or even kill. The amount of protection guardrails provides depends on how they are constructed and maintained. Most guardrails are built of strong materials and are usually solid when first put up. As time goes by, however, guardrails often are abused, weakened, broken, or moved and not replaced. Sometimes sections of guardrails must be taken down so that materials or equipment can be brought in. These sections often aren't replaced, or if they are hastily thrown back up. Weakened guardrails are sometimes more dangerous than no guardrails at all because they give a false sense of security. Because of their importance, do not cheat on quality. Build them right. We can all help avoid guardrail accidents if we follow a few simple rules. As you go about your job, get into the habit of checking guardrails. If you discover a weakened or a missing rail or section, correct the situation if you can, or report it immediately so that the hazard can be eliminated. If you bump a rail with material or equipment, check it at once if you suspect you may have weakened it. If you discover you've broken a rail, upright, or toe board, repair it if you can. Otherwise, report it immediately. When repairing or replacing guardrails, remember, you're exposed to the very danger that you are providing protection against. You should be using a fall arrest system. Since falls from upper levels account for such a high percentage of construction accidents, both stair rails and guardrails should be built in conjunction with the building progress. Different types of construction may require different types of guardrails. A standard guardrail must be 42 inches high plus or minus 3. Its posts must not exceed 8 feet off centers. It must have a mid-rail at 21 inches high plus or minus 3 and a 3.5 high toe board strong enough to stop tools, materials, and etc. from sliding or falling over the edge. If a 3.5 toe board is not sufficient to restrain adjacent materials, then paneling or screening should be used. Inspect it before depending on it. Never lean on a guardrail unless you are certain it is strong enough to hold you. Avoid floor hole covers. Walk around them. The person who installed it may not have secured it properly. When removing a hole cover, do not step forward or backward into the hole. Too many construction workers have been injured and some even killed walking into a hole they just uncovered. Wire rope has gained widespread application in the construction industry as a guardrail material. Here are some tips if using it. U-bolt clips must have the U-bolt section on the dead end or the short end of the rope and the saddle on the live or long end of the rope. You should never use fewer than the recommended clips. You should always use new clips. You should always use a thimble. After the rope has been in operation for an hour or so, all nuts on the clip bolts will have to be retightened, and they should be checked for tightness at frequent intervals thereafter. And always use flagging material every 6 feet to ensure that the wire rope is visible. The construction of stair rails should be like that of guardrails mentioned previously, except that the top surface of the railing should be a distance of 36 inches as measured from the top forward edge of the tread, in line with the face of the riser below it, upward in a vertical line to the top of the railing. A handrail is required on stairways that rise more than 30 inches or that have 4 or more risers. This is for all stairs found on the job site. Also, landings and platforms require standard guardrails. Metal and/or pipe may also be used for guardrails provided minimum standards are met. The minimum requirements for wooden rails are 2x4 stocks for post and top rail with a 1x6 mid-rail. The material should be selected to avoid defects and splinters. If you prefer steel, use 1.5 pipe or 2x2 by 3/8 angle for post, top, and mid-rail. Other materials of equal or greater strength may be substituted. However, due to its unpredictable strength and brittleness, rebar is not acceptable material for use as guardrails. Metal studs are also not permitted for guardrail use because of their sharp points and edges. We hope you have enjoyed learning about proper precautions to take with fall protection when it comes to guardrails. Temporary stair rails and guardrails are not a special luxury for select jobs. They are required on all construction projects to protect workers like you from falls. We thank you for taking the time to watch this video and hope you will join us again for future video toolbox talks. As always, we'd love to hear your feedback. Please let us know if you have any questions or comments. Thank you very much and have a safe day.